2014, the Giants' World Championship journey started with a one-game wild card matchup in Pittsburgh. Winner moves on, loser goes home. The underdog Giants silenced the crowd with a Brandon Crawford grand slam.
It's gone! And the Giants have taken a 4-0 lead and totally silenced this crowd in Pittsburgh.
You talk about stomach punching 42,000 people. Oh, my word.
Then Madison Bumgarner did the rest as the Orange and Black beat the Pirates and a month later won their third title in 5 years. The Giants return to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates, and it's coming up next.
The road trip continues tonight. We're in Pittsburgh at PNC Park, Game 1. That's right, Game 1 of a long series, a 4-game series, Giants, Pirates. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Nice 3 wins in Tampa. And now the Giants are set up. They got their 3 best pitchers opening up the first 3 games in this series. And it's led by the big guy, Madison Bumgarner.
Well, it is nice to have Madison Bumgarner start it off, because if you look historically at what has happened here since they've opened the doors at PNC Park here in Pittsburgh, Giants are 21-25. Last year, they were 1-6 against the Pirates. Now, I know the Pirates are scuffling right now. They're 5-17 their last 22 games, 1-10 their last 11. But they have to fight to be relevant in their division. They're going to come at the Giants hard, and that's why I like the fact you got the big man up there, Madison Bumgarner.
All right, should be fun here tonight in Pittsburgh. By the way, it is a warm night. We've got Locke, a lefty. We've got Bumgarner, a lefty. We've got lineups and first pitch. We've got all of that coming up right after this.
Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. It's back. The Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack. Taste it before it's gone at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
See Pirate fans still filing into PNC Park as we get ready for the first pitch. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. A great time to get to the beach. Admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 86 degrees here at the yard. You get light winds, humidity at 65%, and it is partly cloudy. Take a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup that will face Jeff Locke. Angel Pagan back in the leadoff spot. Then it's Panik and Brandon Belt. His on-base percentage has been fabulous. Posey, Crawford, and Romero Pena gets a start. Parker will hit in front of Bumgarner and Blanco ninth.
On the hill tonight for the Pirates will be the left-hander Jeff Locke. Jeff Locke, 28 years of age. He's in his 4th year at the big league level. 6 feet tall, 195 pounds. This is what he has done in 13 starts, 5-5 with a 5.92 ERA. And for Locke, he's a finesse guy. He's going to have to control you. You got a high 3/4 release and a 90-ish type of fastball, low 90s. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and he'll throw anything, anytime. Really has to rely on hitting his speeds or hitting his spots and mixing his speeds. Lifetime against the Giants, 0-1 in 3 starts with an ERA of 9.42. It has not fared well against San Francisco for Jeff Locke. Let's take a look at the defense that the Pirates will employ behind Jeff Locke, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Marte, McCutchen, and Polanco. Great arms on the corner. Marte and Polanco are cannons for arms. Mercer and Gong on the left side of the infield. Harrison and Freese on the right side. Eric Kratz, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs, and he too has a very good arm behind the plate. For Jeff Locke, he's going to throw a fastball and he'll mix the movements on it, but you'll see a lot of the fastball. A lot of 2-seam, a lot of 4-seam. His changeup is really his best specialty pitch, and he'll throw that anytime. But he'll flop the curveball and slider up there, primarily to lefties, more changeups to righties. But I think he thinks of himself as a finesse pitcher with the fastball.
His ERA is a little deceiving. He had a start in Colorado. He gave up 11 earned runs in 4 innings. And then he came back at his next start and gave up 7 runs in 4 innings. So here's the first pitch of the ball game as it's coming up to Angel Pagan, and we get started at 7:08.
First pitch, Pagan is upset with the strike zone of CB Buckner, and you're going to see guys do that. CB Buckner, he does not have a consistent zone. This is just down and in. It's not a strike.
How do you start out the game like that?
There goes his perfect night.
1 ball and 1 strike. No overshift, but way off the line at first is David Freese. Pagan hitting .271 with 2 home runs, 15 driven in. And he rolls this one to third. Giving ground is Gong, and he throws out Pagan.
You know, the ironic thing about CB Buckner's first pitch called a strike is that he's a high ball umpire. You'll see more high ball umpire or more high ball strikes, waist high strikes with him than you will anybody else in this crew. So a low strike like he started the game off with a bit unusual.
Joe Panik hitting .261. He's had some huge hits on this road trip. 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in. And he takes a strike. He's never faced Jeff Locke before. With Belt to follow. Rolled foul, and it's a quick 0-2. We've talked about the last 2 starts where the ERA can be a bit deceiving. That's why. Prior to that, his ERA not too bad.
It'll take you about a month and a half to get those off your ERA.
And Panik lines it to left on an 0-2 pitch, and Joe Panik is aboard. And that'll bring up Belt.
Batting third, first baseman, number 9.
Belt hit a home run right down the line at the Trop yesterday.
That was a 1-0 ball game. Giants trailing. It's a fastball, or a split finger, he said it was, that didn't do anything. We thought it was a fastball, but he was not impressed with it.
He was not. And Belt swings and misses. He's 3 for 4 lifetime against Locke. Belt right at 305. On the ground, foul. He hit it hard right past Billy Hayes, and it's 0-2.
Ball Babe's down the line.
So Locke has Belt where he had Panic. And it's a bit high.
Let's take a look at our Ball Babe.
Yeah, nice play.
She just goes down and just scuffs her knee up. Not a problem. Gamer.
One and 2 to Belt. Belt stays alive. Giants have won 8 straight. Of course, they're just coming off a sweep, a 3-game sweep in Tampa Bay St. Pete. They're 22-13 on the road, and they're 10-5 in the National League Central. High again to Belt, 2-2. Belt, ever since he got to the big leagues from the very first day, has always had a great idea of the strike zone.
Really one of his strengths.
Look at this outfield, and we're very high here in Pittsburgh, and you see the defense with Marte, McCutchen, and Polanco, and it does not get any better than that in baseball defensively. It just doesn't.
Yeah, they're as good as it gets. Range, arm strength, the whole package.
Belt pops this one out of play.
And there's the captain, Andrew McCutchen, patrolling center field. And you've got Marte in left field, who is just a star, and Gregory Polanco, and you can say the same thing. They are the heart of this team.
Lock in a 2-2 pitch to Belt, and Belt stays alive. And another toss to first.
They're being very cautious with Joe Panic. He's got 5 steals. He hasn't been thrown out, but he's one of those guys that steals bases more with his mind than he does with his legs.
Belt pops it up. That's behind second base. It's Mercer, who for whatever reason took a peek at the pitcher, and he puts it away. And here's Buster Posey.
Posey the last couple days about DH. I asked him how he liked DH, and he says, you know, when I got 2 hits the first night, that was a pretty good idea, but yesterday, I don't know.
Buster at 279, and he takes high. He's had a couple of hits and 6 at bats lifetime against Jeff Locke.
No overshift, but they are playing Posey to pull on the infield. Just inside. That's where Kratz set the target. It's 2-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. It's one that Jeff Locke sort of stopped when it wasn't called a strike, expecting it to be a strike and evening the count.
Posey shoots it down the right field line, and that's going to sail into the seats. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
He didn't hit that ball that well, and it almost got into the bleachers.
Yeah.
It gives you an idea how live right field is right now. And it doesn't look like it the way the flags are blowing it out by the scoreboard left center. But there is a swirling effect here, and I think the ball is really, if you can get it up in the air to right field, it'll travel.
Hits the outside corner, 2-2. Panic's got 5 steals. So if he thinks he can go, don't be shocked if he takes off. Posey digs it out and pulls it right past Roberto Kelly.
Oh,
hey, a barehander. And a bit.
She can play. Power hitter.
What do you know? She picked out a little girl.
All right, let's take a look. Bad hop, barehander. Not a problem.
And another 2-2 pitch to Buster Posey. On the ground to short. Mercer will go the short way, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Bumgarner out. And coming up are the Pirates. And on the mound for the Giants is Madison Bumgarner. And this will be the lineup that he's going to face. It'll be Mercer, Harrison, and then Andrew McCutchen. It'll be the former Cardinal David Freese. Freese will hit in the cleanup spot. Then it's Gong, Marte, and Polanco. Eric Kratz, just recently signed by the Pirates. He'll hit 8th. And Jeff Locke, the pitcher, will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner, 6'5", 250-pounder. He's 27 years old. 3-time National League All-Star, making start number 15 of the season. He's 8-2 with a 1.91 ERA, 107 strikeouts and 26 walks. That's in 14 starts. The Giants are 11-3 in his 14. He has won each of his last 10 starts. The last time the Giants lost a game that he started was back in April. So he comes into this with a lot of confidence. You're going to see a low 90s fastball from a low 3/4 delivery. Very deceptive with his delivery. And his fastball has a natural cut on it, which will ride in on a righty. He also has a slider, a curveball. He has a changeup that he'll throw on occasion. Lifetime against these Pirates, he's 2-3 in 5 starts with an ERA of 3.45. Let's take a look at the defense. The Giants will play behind Madison Bumgarner, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Pagan, Blanco, and Parker. That's your outfield. Parker with the best arm in the outfield. Crawford and Pena on the left side, with Matt Duffy getting a day or 2 maybe off with a sore Achilles. Panic and Bell on the right side of the infield. Buster Posey, he'll be back in the squad, putting down the signs after 2 days of DHing in Tampa.
So here's Jordy Mercer. And he'll hit one in the hole and a base hit. So on the first pitch, Mercer is aboard. You want to bring up Josh Harrison.
If they're aggressive and you start to see more and more guys approach Bumgarner this way, they want to get after him early in the count. They don't want to get into a 2-strike count against him, so they jump on with the first fastball that they find. And here he finds a hole. So 1 pitch, 1 hit.
Harrison hitting right at 300. He is taking the spot at second base with Neil Walker leaving for free agency. And there's a well-bunted foul.
And that was a hard decision for Pittsburgh. I mean, Walker, a first-round pick, a really established star here, a fan favorite, but what enabled him to do that was how good Harrison was. I mean, he was kind of the super utility player, but now he's an everyday player.
Jonathan Neese. That's the player they got from the Mets. Oh, and 1 to Josh Harrison. All around good player. Harrison can play anywhere. Hit out into right center field, and it's going to be Parker who's going to get over there to make the catch. Bucka wasn't quite sure if Parker was calling for it or not.
Well, I think that's a concern, especially if you're a center fielder. You haven't played a lot of outfield with a guy. You got to make sure he yells loud enough so that you can know where he's at. Sometimes guys don't yell out enough. It becomes an issue. Too much hang time on that fly ball.
Here's McCutchen. Off year for McCutchen, average wise. 10 home runs, 28 driven, and he's hitting .243. And a strike.
McCutchen was not happy. You watch certain umpire strike zones, and then you watch the hitters, and they will definitely use body language to get a point across.
Popped out of play. By the way, it's nice to be playing outside. Although we had no complaints about the Trop. We thought the Trop was a nice facility to play in. It had great working conditions. Giants won 3 straight.
Well, Tropicana Field too in Florida. When we left the ballpark last night to go outside, it was pouring down rain.
Hold on.
We're talking 40 days and 40 nights rain.
Ball got up, but it also got in on McCutchen. It stays at 0-2.
For Madison Bumgarner, his pitch usage, you can see a lot of hard stuff. 89% of the time you're going to see a fastball or cutter. They're both high velocity pitches, and really nobody's hitting either one of them very loudly. The changeup's still a project. The curveball has been very good this year. That has been a real plus pitch for him.
Hooks this one down the left field line. Foul. McCutchen at first thought that ball was going to be foul for sure, and then he wasn't so sure.
Well, how foul was it? I mean, this 8 feet. We couldn't tell. We can't see the.
We got blocked off.
The part of the field there is blocked by the stands.
High to left, but in the park to Pagan. So Pagan puts it away. I think McCutchen is probably thinking he just missed that one.
Well, when we sit in this ballpark, it takes you a while to get used to the balls that come off the bat. I thought that was in the second deck.
Why don't you bring that up when John comes in here in the fourth?
Yeah, it's hard especially for you. For the most part, I'm watching the ball game off the monitor. You're watching the game. I don't know how you do it.
David Freese hitting .295.
Yeah, he's been hot.
He's got decent numbers against Bumgarner. 5 for 10. He's got a couple of home runs off of Bumgarner.
Well, his last 6 games, 6 for 17, a couple of doubles.
Mercer with his lead. Down low. 3 started to go. Did they say he swung?
They say he swung. Let's take a look at what Field and Cobra, the first base umpire, saw. Break a ball down in the dirt. Did he go? Oh, yeah.
I couldn't tell if Field and Cobra took his hand out of his pockets or not. Pow.
Oh, yeah.
Foul at the plate. One ball and 2 strikes. Mercer opened up the inning with a base hit past Pena at third. 2-2. Up and in. 3-2. Now Mercer will be on the move. Belt will play behind Mercer. Got him, and that'll end the inning. The man that broke the Pirates' hearts in 2014, he's going to lead it off.
2014 National League wild card. Top of the fourth, Brandon Crawford hit a grand slam off of Edinson Volquez. Historically, how cool was that? First grand slam by a shortstop in postseason history. That's how cool that was. That's our Togo's big play.
Could hear a pin drop.
Yep, you could.
So here is Crawford to lead things off. Crawford, Pena, Parker, Bumgarner, Blanco. Crawford right at 260. See his 40 RBIs. That leads the team when the first pitch is wide. Swing and a miss. Crawford has never had a hit against Jeff Locke. He's 0 for 5.
Well, that makes him do.
Makes him do. Crawford got a piece. It's 1-2. Shoots one into right field on a 1-2 pitch. So Crawford aboard.
See some nice two-strike hitting tonight.
Here's Pena. Ramiro Pena. Had 3 at bats. He's 1 for 3. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
And Pena's no baby. I mean, he's got over 4 years experience at the big league level. Pena, 30 years old, out of Monterrey, Mexico.
Switch hitter.
Played with the Yankees, played with the Braves.
On the ground, Mercer on the backhand. They get 1, and that's it. Bringing Parker to the plate. So here's Parker. The Pirates are just coming off a road trip where they were in New York and they won the first game of the trip. And then they lost the next 5, including the last 3 in Chicago. They have not been able to beat the Cubs.
Well, there's a lot of teams that can say that.
Parker with a big swing and a miss.
But I think it hurts a little bit more when they're in your division.
Yeah, and they're leading the world in your division.
Pirates come into this game and they're 3 games under 500. They're 15 games back of the Cubs, and they're in 3rd place in the National League Central.
Parker gets a piece into the glove of Kratz. And it's 0-2. So 0-2. This is where the Giants have been pretty good. The big fella's on deck. On the ground, he dribbles it to Locke. Locke is going to straighten up and throw, and they just got him.
That's a good play. The one break that Locke had was he's a left-hander and his momentum's coming off towards the play. But even at that, I mean, he's got to get over, get gathered. He's got a 360 and get something on the throw, because Parker, for a big guy, I mean, he runs pretty good. That's close.
No, they got him.
But they got him.
Nice play. On the play, Pena moves to second. So here's Bumgarner. Bumgarner has a lifetime home run off of Jeff Locke. And what does he do? He challenged him with a fastball. Bum probably thinking something else.
You almost can see the anger that he has at himself when he ever takes a fastball in the strike zone. It's mad as if to think that, I'll never see another one of those.
Here's our greater coverage of baseball is brought to you by T-Mobile. August of 2015. This was the home run that Bumgarner hit off of Locke. It was the 5th home run of the season. A late call strike, and that's going to end the inning. Marte's going to lead things off. It's 0-0.
Brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
Giants are holding a fundraiser benefiting our troops during the July 4th through 6th games. Your fundraising package includes an American flag Giants hat, very cool, and a ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies. $5 from each package benefits Operation Care and Comfort to aid in their ongoing mission to support troops, veterans, and their families. sfgiants.com/special events. Here's Gong. He will lead things off. It'll be Gong, Marte, and Polanco. And there's a dribbler foul, and it's 0-1.
One thing about Gong, he's not going to get cheated. He is going to launch into whatever swing he throws. You got to be careful with him. He's got pop. 9 home runs.
Sitting at 286. And a strike, and it's 0-2.
Gong's last year when he was in Korea playing, in 117 games, he hit 40 home runs.
Yeah. I think he swings for him, too. Dribbles it foul.
I mean, 117 games, 40 bombs.
Yeah. That's batting practice, isn't it?
That is. He had 117 RBIs in those 117 games. And he finished 14th in the MVP voting. I'm just making that up.
Again, way out in front, and a grounder foul. So Gong strikes out, and that'll bring up Marte.
Let's take a look at the elevator fastball right up across the letters, and Gong goes after it. You know, he really was not the MVP in 2014. It was Byung-Ho Park who hit 52 home runs that year. It's a rough league.
Marte hitting .337. That's a good year. Second batting average, hits for the multi. Yep, that's an all-star year right there. On the ground to third for Pena. Pena to Belt, not a problem.
I mean, Pena, as we said, is no baby. He's got over 4 years in the big leagues, but getting a play like that, that'll calm you down.
Yeah, I mean, not a hard play. Play you could take your time, get your feet under you.
Just right off the tip of the bat. You know, watch Pena come in, make the play, watch it into the glove, set yourself, all the time in the world. Shoot him down.
Not a problem. Here's Polanco. Strike to Polanco. 291 for Polanco.
This guy's gotten better every year he's been in the big leagues. Good player.
Bumgarner with 24 pitches. Just outside, not by much. 2 balls and a strike.
Get an idea of what a good framer is. You watch Buster Posey catch this last fastball and how he just sort of tucks the ball into a corner.
There's a rocket into right center field. And it'll be the second hit for the Pirates.
Watch the hand action of Posey. As he catches this pitch, it kind of tucks it in. Now that's a framer right there. That's just a subtle hand movement, but that's how you frame. You stick a location, and a lot of umpires will go right with that. And you often hear Buster Posey complimented saying he's a good framer. Well, that's an example of what a good framer will do. Elbow below the glove. Just, I mean, that's technique.
Kratz is 2 for 29 on the season. He's 0 for 15 in a Pirates uniform.
But he's got a bat in his hand. That makes him dangerous. Well, you assume one thing. The guy said no 45. Well, he had to put up some numbers along the way to get up here.
Well, he's a veteran guy. He's bounced around quite a bit. Look out. Francisco Cervelli, the guy that really has done a great job for this Pirates team, is hurt.
And it's going to be a while. It's a 2-month injury, so they had to do something to replace him. They had to get a receiver. And Cervelli, I mean, he's a heart and soul player on this club.
Chris Stewart, he's dinged up as well.
Cervelli has a broken hamate bone in his left hand.
Runner goes. Buster has no chance. And that ball triples away from Panic. But it doesn't matter. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Third inning coming up. Blanco will lead things off.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers.
Well, follow Giants Baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat app. You can stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball, and you can do that for your phone or your tablet.
Dad and daughter enjoying the game. You gotta love it.
Yep, that's what it's all about. This is the backbone of our game right there.
Here's Blanco hitting at .261. And Blanco takes a strike. Blanco 3 for 5 lifetime against Jeff Locke. He's got a double in those 5 at bats. Down low on deck is Pagan and then Panic. Both teams with 2 hits. Couple of lefties, Jeff Locke and Madison Bumgarner. Pulled on the ground, foul.
Fastball in the inside corner, he fights off. So Jeff Locke is definitely showing a command with the fastball on both sides of the plate. He spotted it well so far early on.
Upfield straight away for Blanco in the 2-2 pitch. Hit up the middle. On the backhand is Harrison. His throw got him. Nice play. Blanco retired. You got to hurry with Blanco. He'll get down the line.
And really, it's tough to get anything on a throw when you're throwing down under, going across your body, and that's what Harrison does. You can see the angle that he has to throw with. Accuracy, a little oomph on it to get Blanco, and they just get him by, well, about the length of a shoe, half a shoe.
Pagan bounced out to third. And he takes a load. Santiago Casilla is back. He left. Had some time off to be with his new daughter, as this is line to left and a base hit.
Lots of babies. Babies are good luck during the season.
Yes, they are.
Casilla, brand new baby girl. Congratulations.
Here's Panic. Panic lined a single into left field in the first. And a soft toss. Pagan's got 6 steals. He's been thrown out 7 times. And a strike. And a toss to first, and Pagan is back.
Think about Jeff Locke. I mean, he really does give you a lot of different looks out of the stretch if you're a runner at first base. He's not an easy guy to steal on. Plus, Kratz, the catcher's got a good arm.
Down the right field line, it's going to be foul. So it's 0-2. This is what the count was when Panic lined the base hit into left field. Top of the 3rd inning here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Game 1 of a 4-game series. Pagan with his lead. Panic rolls it foul.
Hey, hey.
Yep.
It's all about the attitude.
He's got a Giants. Is that a Giants jersey?
Absolutely it is.
Could be a relative.
I know one thing. He's having fun.
Driven to right. Moving back is Polanco, and he's going to make the catch. Well, we were talking about the Casillas having a baby. One of our friends who works for Center Plate at the ballpark, Georgia Colucci, she had a baby this morning, and there you see Savannah Georgia Colucci Hayes, 7 pounds 20 ounces 20 inches. We've known Georgia a long time, and that is a happy lady with that happy child. And Billy Hayes, he's the pop, and he's happy too. I will tell you the grief that he was catching in the coaching room though today had a lot to do with him not being able to fish anymore, hunt anymore.
And have to lower his truck 3 feet.
And he wasn't buying. You need a seat for that child in that big truck. But he was very happy. So anyway, Georgia and Billy Hayes, congratulations. And that is a beautiful child. Bell drives it into left center field. Can McCutchen get there? It's not going to be McCutchen. It'll be Marte, and that's going to end the inning.
Well, we talked about the outfield defense, and that saved a run. Just don't hit it in the air with a lot of hang time to these guys. It remains 0-0. As Jeff Locke stands in, and he looks at a strike. It'll be Locke, Mercer, and then Josh Harrison. Locke is 2 for 23, and now he's behind in the count.
If you're not a good hitting pitcher, try and see pitches.
And he does. He sees 3.
See ya.
All right, let's check out our Ford right choice, the 2014 National League wild card, Madison Bumgarner. Well, you threw a 4-hit shutout. You had a walk. You had 10 strikeouts. He threw 109 pitches, and he was on that night. And once Crawford's ball went out of the ballpark, we had a pretty good idea the Giants were headed to Washington, D.C., where they won. There's a base hit for Mercer. I think they won the first 2 games in that series, didn't they?
Yes, they did. One of which was an 18-inning game. Really turned the series. But how about Jordy Mercer? He's seen 2 pitches and he's got 2 hits. You see a lot more guys this time through the lineup jumping on that first pitch on Bumgarner. The Bumgarner fan.
John Miller, he's over on the radio side. Dave Fleming is on assignment. John will be in here for innings 4, 5, and 6. I'll be back here in the 7th.
John Miller and Lee Jones, our engineer on the radio side.
It's a lonely booth. On the ground, it could be a pair. That's 1, that's 2, and that'll end the inning. So just like that, you'll hear John Miller in a couple of minutes. It's 0-0.
Chevron is now available for the July 5th and 6 games at $99. Pack will include 4 tickets to the July 5th or 6th game against the Rockies, plus a $25 Chevron gas card, just starting at $99. Go to sfgiants.com/family. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. There's no score here in Pittsburgh, and here to tell you all about it, my friend John Miller.
All right, thanks, Mike. And the first pitch to Buster, right on the ground to short. Mercer, 1 away. Buster has hit a couple of ground balls now and is 0 for 2 in the game. So here comes Brandon Crawford to the plate. Crawford hit a single his first time. Crawford, .263 batting average for the year up to the moment. And it's 0-1. A fastball from Jeff Locke. Locke has never had any success against the Giants to speak of, but he's pitched 3 shutout innings so far tonight. This is about the best he's done against the Giants, at least for those 3 innings, as he misses down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. He had a 9.42 career ERA against the Giants in his 3 previous starts against them. Pirates are looking for some heroes right now. Crawford off the hands. Josh Harrison throws him out, 2 down. Pirates, they were rolling along into late May. They had a record of 28-19. They were still in second place to the Cubs in the Central Division. The Cubs just had the best record in baseball. But there weren't many teams better than the Pirates other than the Cubs. But since that time, in the last 3.5 weeks, Clint Hurdle's ball club, 5 wins, 17 losses. And they are 3 games under 500 right now as Ramiro Pena takes ball 1.
Well, you know, they've got a lot of their big boys cold at the same time. That doesn't help you. And then they lose Francisco Cervelli, their catcher, and he's kind of like the heart of this team.
Called strike, and it's 1-1.
And that's a big hit. You take an emotional hit out of your lineup. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to overcome. The Giants, to their credit, have done well in the absence of Hunter Pence. Same type of player Cervelli is.
That's a fair ball. Gong made a dive, couldn't get to it. Picked up by Marte, and a single for Ramiro Pena. He's filling in tonight for Matt Duffy, who's got the Achilles heel, the left Achilles heel problem.
Little fastball that had some cut down around the knees. Maybe even a little slider. You see how far off the line Gong was playing. So that's one that that's a hit you got because you beat this defense they put on you.
So Pena is aboard. The Giants have 4 hits, 1 in each inning. And here is Jarrett Parker. Parker ended up hitting a little dribbler. It was turned into a very fine play by Locke himself, who threw him out just barely. And it's 0-1. And that's what, about the 3rd or 4th time he's thrown him a changeup. And Jarrett Parker took a mighty cut and didn't get it.
Well, until you start beating those off-speed pitches, you're going to see a steady diet of them. I mean, they'll let you sniff a fastball. If they throw a fastball, it's usually going to get on your hands. Oh, like that.
91 miles an hour that time, and it's 0-2. I guess if you finally see a fastball, wherever it is, you're swinging at it.
Parker's a tall hitter. I mean, he's going to have to prove this league that he can hit the inside pitch of the belt. I mean, that was 91 mile an hour fastball with a little 2-seam movement working its way into Parker, and you know, he gets jammed with it.
0-2 the count. Pena at first, 2 down, no score in the game, 4th inning. And he did it again, way off the inside that time.
The thing about Parker is that he doesn't have to get both cheeks into a baseball to get out of the ballpark. I mean, he's really got great bat speed and a real strong pair of hands. And as live as right field is in this ballpark, I mean, he can hit a ball 70% and still get it out of here.
Ooh. That has been a strike, I think, tonight, all night long.
Yeah, about the last 140 years, too. I mean, that's a good pitch. Look at this. I mean, Kratz is thinking, all right, let's go in and have a glass of water. Inning over.
Way outside. 2-2. And he went back to that changeup for the strikeout. One hit, one left for the Giants. The big hitters, McCutchen, Freeze, Gong, 3, 4, 5 spots coming up against Bumgarner. Still 0-0.
The San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Giants nothing. Pirates nothing. A couple of left-handers. On this, the first day of summer, it's the summer solstice. And it feels like summer.
It feels like summer here in Pittsburgh.
Spectacular Pittsburgh day. Andrew McCutchen, the great Pirates center fielder, but not having a great season. It's ball one outside. He ended up hitting one to fairly deep left field, caught by Pagan on the warning track toward the left field corner. Left field's the big field in this park. That's ball two. McCutchen, I guess he's had some kind of a thumb problem and he's had to grip the bat differently. And he's not been the same hitter. We're used to seeing him hit around 300 and with a 400+ on base average. Over in right center, coming in a little bit, Parker. And McCutchen is out number one here in the fourth.
I mean, anything that has to do with your thumb and your hand is going to alter your swing, because you're going to have pain when you crack the whip and you throw the bat head. When you have pain, you unconsciously just sort of try to steer around it, and it changes your whole bat head release, and it's just it's very frustrating, and it clearly has affected him.
Well, we had Buster Posey sat out for what, 5 or 6 games in a row with some nerve irritation in his thumb. David Freeze, the cleanup hitter, and that's ball one.
You know, you say, well, I want to tough it out, but it just. It's a big injury. It doesn't sound like it would be, but for a guy who relies on his hands to make a living, it's everything. Beauty
right in the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 1-1 to Freeze. Jung Ho Kang is on deck. Dodgers played later tonight. What a matchup. At least you would think so. Steven Strasburg against Clayton Kershaw. And it's 1-2. As he went from the fastball to 78 miles an hour with that one. 1-2. Steven Strasburg is 10-0 this year. His one-loss record is spotless. Kershaw 10-1. It's fouled into the crowd. And tonight, the first day of summer in LA, it's Death Valley like.
A sunny 100 degrees. So
that's right now. So during batting practice,
it is smoking hot there.
How pleasant. Swinging, strike 3. 2 down. Renewing old friendships, and Ryan Vogelsong, who was an outstanding Giant. Brad Grimes, the equipment manager, greeting him. Bumgarner on the field with Eli Whiteside also came out and posing for a picture. The two friends, and Vogelsong still close friends with many of his former Giants teammates, and he's been recovering from some facial fractures that he sustained, hit by a pitch.
Vogelsong said that the support that he got from the Giants fans was unbelievable. The incredible wave of correspondence coming by way of Twitter and email and text messages and letters. And he said it was just humbling. The continued support he got from folks back in San Francisco. And here was that injury getting right in the face. That 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And he never moved. He froze.
Horrifying. It's just almost exactly a month ago, 4 weeks ago today. Jung Ho Kang, who struck out his first time, now with a count of 2-1. 2 down, nobody on, no score. But he seems like he's doing well now. Ryan Vogelsong. And Giants fans will never forget him. A great competitor. And he resurrected his career. He came out of nowhere. And one of the great baseball stories. Not just for the Giants, but for any team. 2012, Game 6 of the League Championship Series. The Giants had to win against the Cardinals. And he was never better.
Made 7 starts in postseason. The Giants won every one of those games. He was fantastic.
Giants have been down in that series 3-1. Barry Zito won Game 5 in St. Louis, and then Bumgarner getting Gang to retire the side in order here in the 4th inning. And the Giants will have Bumgarner coming up. Don't go anywhere. We go to the 5th. It's 0-0.
It's time for the NorCal Acura Grand Slam giveaway on CSN. And tonight's contestant, Noel Keenan. You will win an Acura MDX if a Giants player hits a Grand Slam this inning. So go to AcuraNorCalDealers.com for more information on how to enter. So, Noel, good luck. We're rooting for you.
Go Noel. Madison Bumgarner. The last home run he hit last year, he hit 5 of them. Number 5 was in this ballpark against this pitcher, Jeff Locke. Locke struck him out looking on a real pitcher's strike back in the 2nd inning. A lot like that one, except just a little bit up, a little bit more outside. 1 ball, no strike. Bumgarner didn't say anything. I think he started thinking, okay, good to know that that's a strike. A mighty cut, but a pop-up foul and out of play.
Well, 13 career home runs for Madison Bumgarner. You can see the location that he likes to launch is pretty much down the center of the plate on a tee. And he likes the fastball. Hit a couple sliders and a couple changeups, 1 sinker that didn't sink.
That one right in the middle is the one he hit against Locke here last August.
Yeah, we call that the non-sinker.
Well, that changeup called a strike again. Such a low strike zone tonight from C.B. Buckner. And Locke has utilized it beautifully. 1-2.
Well, it's funny because normally C.B. Buckner is a high ball guy. See a lot of waist high strikes, but it has not been the case tonight. He's been down at the knees and below the knees.
He has transformed himself. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Bumgarner knew it.
Well, he was guessing. And he was not guessing fastball right down the dish.
Who knew that that would be the one to fool him?
He's taken 2 fastballs tonight. Same right down the middle.
Now Gregor Blanco, 1 out, nobody on, no score in the 5th inning. The Giants have had 1 hit in each of the first 4 innings against Locke, and that's it. 1-1. Blanco grounded out to second. It was turned into a beautiful play by Josh Harrison. No runs, 4 hits. There's Harrison, who is an outstanding player for the Pirates, who can play just about anywhere on the field, infield, outfield, you name it, hitting .300. Into center, McCutchen just waiting for it. 2 down.
Well, that's what this series promises to be, a battle of 2 really good defenses. I mean, both the Pirates and the Giants in the top 5 in defense in the National League. Giants rank 3rd, and Pittsburgh ranks 5th. And I think this is a defense that really covers a lot of ground, especially in the outfield.
So here is Pagan. He's grounded out to 3rd and singled. In there for a called strike. Pirates have been at their very best defensively here lately. 2 errors in their last 14 games before tonight. Down the line. And Gong throws him out. And the inning is over. That was a 9-pitch inning for Locke. Bumgarner back to the mound. This year, the Giants have had 2 separate 8-game winning streaks. They're on the 2nd winning streak right now. The 2nd one's in progress. And with 2 different 8-game winning streaks, the last time the Giants did that, 1923. That's a long time ago. They had an 8-game winning streak and later an 11-game streak. 1918, they had 2 9-game winning streaks. And in 1912, remember, they had 3 9-game winning streaks and a 12-game winning streak.
Wow.
Now that's something to shoot for.
That is something to shoot for.
Here, 104 years later, they won the pennant that year, 1912, and again in 1923. When they had those 2 separate long winning streaks. Marte, the hitter. Well, what happened to that outside corner there? 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte grounded out to third his first time. Marte, 2nd in the National League in batting average coming into the game, hitting .337. Polanco, another tough out, is on deck. Now it's 2-1. No score, last of the 5th. Marte, this entire Pirates outfield, these guys are talented, great outfielders. There's Polanco on deck. And all 3 of them are Gold Glove quality outfielders.
They really are. Their range is exceptional.
That's a foul.
The arm strength of Marte and Polanco on the corners is just it's some of the best in baseball. Marte has been on record of having the highest velocity throw from left field this year, or from any outfielder.
I don't know, what was that throw? Like 107 miles an hour?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's like, wait a second, put that guy on the mound, give him a toe plate.
2-2. And he just got a piece of that one.
But they are gifted, and the thing about their outfield is players that they've gotten better every year. And I think they have the type of talent where they're going to continue to get better. It is the backbone of this team.
2-2 the count. Curveball. Pagan is the big part of the yard. Plenty of room out there. 1 away.
Just off the end of the bat. And that's something that really has been a part of Madison Bumgarner's game as a pitcher that has really improved this year. As he pitches with the contact more, and he gets outs within 3 pitches more than he did earlier in his career. That's how you're supposed to progress as you mature in this game. I mean, this is his 7th year, and you have to remember he's still 26 years old.
Here is Gregory Polanco, another one of the Pirates' outstanding outfielders. He hit a single his first time. Polanco hitting in the 290s, 376 on base average coming into the game. And that great defense. Smoked it to Belt. A little bad luck there for Polanco, and I hope Belt's hand is okay.
Well, if that was a brand new glove, it's broke in after 1 catch. That's how hard that ball was hit. Let's watch Belt react. He didn't have a lot of time. That's just a bullet. It didn't even get a step. It's just a lean and stretch. Get on the right foot, lean, stretch. That's it.
And it did appear as though he caught it right in the webbing of the glove.
Right in the sweet spot.
The MLB at bat app tells us that the exit speed off the bat there, 110 miles per hour. Wow. Here's Kratz, veteran catcher. Kratz had been with the Astros and with the Angels, and a guy named City Bob contacted me on the Instagram and said that Kratz caught Tim Lincecum when he was getting himself back into shape with the Salt Lake City Bees in the Pacific Coast League. For the Angels, along the left field line, deep. Pagan going back right at the wall. He leaps and he's got it. Did he hold it? No, it fell out of his glove. Home run. Nothing Pirates. The first hit for Eric Kratz as a Pirate.
Oh, Pagan had it. He had it in his glove, and he could not hang on to it. And there's the reaction. He knew he had made a brilliant play, and he could not keep it in the glove. Yep.
Here's Jeff Locke. Well, down the left field line, it's only 325 to the foul pole. If you hit it close enough to that, that's the way to go for home run distance, because that wall, as you see, it angles out very quickly from there and gets very deep in a hurry.
Well, he'll be thinking about that the rest of the year. I don't know if he'll have that glove on tomorrow.
Man, he is steamed big time. Just a little bit high, I guess. Kratz had been 0 for 16 since the Pirates picked him up just a few days ago. And he was 2 for 45 this year, including his time in the American League. Bloop. Panic. It's beyond him. That's a base hit.
You just don't figure coming into the ballgame that guys are hitting 069, that was Kratz, and 087, that was Locke. You don't figure those guys are going to be the guys that give the Pirates offense. One more look at Angel Pagan going up, and you get that much glove on it. I mean, that would have been the play of the year. And he could not hang on.
You can see the ball starting to spin toward the edge of his glove. He had the right hand there to try to keep in, but then he was both arms over the top of the wall, and he could not keep that hand there to cover it up. Kratz, by the way, was 069 in the American League, not including his 0 for 16 with the Pirates. He was 2 for 45 before that home run. And he hits the home run against Madison Bumgarner, no less.
Yeah, but he's capable. I mean, look, a guy had to put up some numbers someplace to get up here.
Jordy Mercer has hit 2 singles in this game. Mercer now hitting .273 for the year. And that's a foul off the right field line.
Got that fastball in on his hands. Nice. He's still steamed. He hadn't blinked since he dropped that ball. He has such great pride in his hands, in his ability to make a catch on anything he can get his hands on. And it's rare that something that gets into his glove that deep comes out. I don't remember it ever happening, to be honest.
Nope. That ball is hit deep in the left field. Pagan hurrying back, still going. He's got it, and hangs on to this one as he collides with the wall. But the Pirates get a run, just barely. Pagan, for a moment, made a sensational catch, but it was no longer in the glove.
comes from Jake Peavy on playing for Bruce Bochy. He said he's calm amid the storms, but he's as fiery as any guy in here, and that's what makes him great. And it was Bruce Bochy that brought Jake Peavy into the big leagues when Bochy was the skipper of the Padres. Peavy coming up through the organization.
Bruce Bochy. And I think he's been accumulating quite a few future votes for the Hall of Fame these last several years. Well, his team is down 1-0 now. Joe Panik will lead off here. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times against Locke. 1 hit, 2 at bats. He also has lined out to right center. Belt and Posey will follow. And it's ball 1. Over the outside for a strike. The last 2 games in Arizona, he had some key hits, as you see the setting sun reflecting off one of the downtown towers. 2-1. Now those last 2 fly balls went really well toward left field, and the wind is blowing in that direction. You can see the flags out in center indicating that. And I think both of those balls got pushed. That's a ground ball, just foul.
Well, it's funny because during batting practice it was the same winds, and I mean, there was carry to right field too, so I think that there is push to left field, but I do believe that it's swirling here in the stadium, and it's shooting balls out to right as well. We saw a fly ball from Posey, not hit particularly that well, get all the way out to the wall down right field. So hey, first day of summer, it's a warm night. I just think it's pretty live everywhere. But I agree with you, John. No doubt that the wind helped that fly ball get out of the ballpark off the bat of Kratz.
Because the ball did not leave his bat at a very high speed, the kind we're used to seeing on home runs. Out front of the plate, Kratz. Now look out, the first baseman Freeze calls him off, and Panik is retired. Kratz just did get out of his way.
Kratz, that was going to be a tough play for the catcher. I mean, that's one where if you're starting to drift out that far into the infield, you're thinking, hey, I need some help here. So when he heard Freeze calling for it, sure there was a sigh of relief. Much easier for the guy coming in than the guy going back.
So David Freeze, he was on that Cardinal team back in 2012 when the Giants won the league championship series over St. Louis. Brandon Belt, that's a fair ball. And Freeze gets the unassisted put out. So Belt is not up there very long. He's 0 for 3 now. He did hit a ball his last time in the left center that was turned into an outstanding catch by left fielder Starling Marte. Here comes Buster Posey. Well, Locke has been at his best in this ballpark this year. The last 3 times he's pitched here, he won all 3 of them. He's shutting out the Giants into the 6th inning of this one with a 1-0 lead. Blew it right by Buster. Posey has grounded out to the shortstop twice. Once into a force out. Arizona won tonight at Philadelphia 3-1. Playing him right up the middle, Josh Harrison. Plenty of time. And the Giants are going quickly and quietly. That's an 8-pitch inning for Jeff Locke.
family special events, awesome giveaways are connected with our annual programs, Hello Kitty, Lego, and Peanuts events. And of course, the long-standing fan favorite, Pixar Day, sponsored by Monterey Day Aquarium. Reminder, to receive these great special event items, you need to purchase a special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Sunset in Pittsburgh, and there's the point, just the point of downtown where the three rivers, the confluence, the Monongahela, the Allegheny, and the Ohio. That's the beginning of the Ohio there. The Allegheny borders this ballpark, and if somebody ever hits a particularly long home run to right field, it can end up in the river, and it's happened a few times. Josh Harrison leads off against Bumgarner, 1-0. The Pirates are leading, and there's ball one. Harrison is flied out deep to right center and grounded into an inning-ending double play. 1 run, 5 hits for the Pirates, no runs, 4 hits for the Giants. And foul ball, and that off the leg or the foot of Harrison. Ouch. He's trying to shake it off.
Dogs are barking. Guys with speed, they do not like to hit the ball off the feet. They just don't. I mean, I don't know anybody that does, but I think they'd rather get hit in the head than the foot. Right off the ankle.
Andrew McCutchen on deck. 1-1 the count. He almost did it again. Did he do it again?
Well, he was close. I mean, let's see where this one hits. Hey, it went between his legs. It's hard to do.
I like that style for Bumgarner. The guy hits one down off his foot, so Bumgarner throws almost the same pitch to the same spot again. 2-2. Bumgarner has had 6 strikeouts so far. He got the 6 in the first 4 innings of this game. Giants have won each of Bumgarner's last 10 games. Bumgarner, the Giants trailing in this one, though, 1-0 in the 6th. Today, the first day of summer, the summer solstice. And we understand it was a spectacular day in the Bay Area today as well. That is the strikeout. Number 7. So here comes Andrew McCutchen now. Darkness will soon be upon us here in Pittsburgh. In the old ballpark, the old Three Rivers Stadium, and it was one of those big bowl-shaped ballparks built for football and baseball. And there were a lot of them that looked so much alike, the same style. But it was an outdoor ballpark, but it might as well have had a roof over it. You couldn't see anything from inside that park. 1-1 to McCutchen. You know, it was just a big ball. You couldn't see the downtown. You couldn't see the rivers. They called it Three Rivers Stadium. Not that you could see any of the rivers. You couldn't see those. And this new ballpark kind of celebrates the city, the rivers, the downtown. And the view that we get from up here, while not great of the game itself, we're on the roof. The city itself is a revelation from up here.
It's the greatest advertisement for the city of Pittsburgh there is. It's absolutely spectacular.
And downtown near our hotel, the Fairmont where we stay, is right half a block away from what is called Market Square, which is an Italian-style piazza surrounded by little restaurants, snack places. There are tables and chairs in the square. You can sit out, enjoy the weather. Today was the perfect day to be out there.
Very cool.
And McCutchen stays alive.
It's the complete opposite to what Three River Stadium was. Three River Stadium was benign. There was, I mean, it was a carpet. Literally, the synthetic field was a carpet like you have in your house. Wasn't like a turf. And when it got wet, the skipping balls that would come off that thing were lethal.
Well, from over there, and that was a picture of our hotel. We could see right into this ballpark from there. Brandon Crawford. McCutchen racing up the line is retired. He's 0 for 3 against Bumgarner. 2 down. And from that hotel, we get an excellent view of this ballpark.
There's your room, John.
I turned the lights off. I'm not wasting electricity. And being able to see the river and this ballpark, that's my idea of a room with a great view. Here's David Freese, who struck out twice. Fouls that one away. 1-1.
And it's a great walking town too. I mean, a lot of things to do, just cruising around. Andy Warhol Museum. There's a couple of museums here close to the ballpark that are fun. And an old part of the town that you can just take a short cab ride to, and it's got one great shop, great bar, great little restaurant. It's a good town.
Just a bit low. And Bumgarner's like, wait a minute, what happened to that strike? I thought you were calling that a strike tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. To David Freese.
He's asking C.B. Buckner, where was that pitch?
2 down, nobody on. The Giants trailing 1-0 in the 6th inning. It's 2-1.
Pittsburgh, it's been the center of the golf world here the last weekend. They had the U.S. Open out at Oakland, which is about 20 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh. A lot of the golfers are staying at the hotels here in the city.
Now it's 3-1. Saw a lot of people here at the ballpark tonight who were out there. People who work here at the ballpark. Went over there for the action. Tough course at Oakmont.
It was the last 4 days.
3-1. Did he swing? An appeal? No, says Fielding Culberth, and that is a walk. So Freese, after striking out his first 2 times, gets the first walk allowed by Bumgarner. The inning extends to Jung Ho Kang.
All right, did he go? He did not. Good call. Fielding Culberth.
Kang struck out each of his first 2 times. The only run of the game, the home run by Eric Kratz in the 5th inning. Ball 1 off the inside. 4 games for the Giants here in Pittsburgh. Night games again tomorrow. Johnny Cueto set for that one. You see the flag of South Korea from where Jung Ho Kang hails. Wednesday night, Jeff Samardzija will go for the Giants. That's a called strike, and Kang didn't like that call. Thursday is a day game. That'll be 9:35 in the morning. Thursday, Albert Suarez up against Jonathan Neese. There's Albert with Johnny Cueto, and we understand Johnny Cueto. Bruce Bochy says that Cueto's kind of taking Suarez under his wing. So I'll talk to him a lot about theory and how to work hitters. Right to Brandon Belt. Man, that ball got there quickly. The inning is over. 1-0 Pirates. Crawford coming up in the 7th. Dwayne Kuiper returns from the radio side when we come back.
summary is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. And again, it has been a pitcher's duel, as we've seen so many of these games the last month. It has been Madison Bumgarner hooking up against Jeff Locke, couple of lefties, 6 solid innings, 4 hits allowed by Locke, 5 by Bumgarner. The 1 run allowed, a home run off the bat of Eric Kratz, his first of the year. Bumgarner with 7 strikeouts. And that is our Toyota game summary, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. 1-0 Buccos, top of the 7th inning. Here again is Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, thanks, Mike. And here's Brandon Crawford. Crawford with a swing in the midst. Crawford singled in the 2nd, and then he bounced out to 2nd in the 4th. Locked to the plate. Crawford again comes up empty. It's 0-2. Crawford will step out, have a little meeting with himself. One and 2. Locke has spread out 4 Giants singles. That's it. High to Crawford. It's 2-2. You guys ever find out if somebody jerked the ball out of Pagan's glove, or we still haven't found out, have we?
I don't think anybody did. I mean, nobody's really close to it. I think he had the pocket just as he went over the fence.
Gets jammed on this to Freeze, and Freeze gets to Locke just in time. Nice play.
All right, check out Sports Talk Live, presented by Comcast Business Class, hosted by Elmer Jim Kozimor, tonight 8 p.m. right here on CSN Bay Area. Tonight's guest, Marcus Thompson II of the Mercury News. Tim Kawakami, one of our favorites. Butch Harmon, Dustin Johnson's golf coach. He'll be talking. Presented by Comcast Business tonight, 8 p.m. right here, CSN. Congratulations to Dustin Johnson, our U.S. Open champion.
Pena is 1 for 2. On the ground to 2nd. Harrison is right there at the cut of the grass. So with 2 outs, here's Parker. The big matchup tonight is in LA. Strasburg against Kershaw, and I just saw a note go by that Strasburg has been scratched due to some stiffness in his back. Oh well.
Yeah. Another day, another time.
Parker is having a hard time figuring out Locke. One thing he didn't do in his last at bat, or one thing he did do, is he was swinging at that last pitch. Not here. Driven into the gap, and nobody's going to get there. Giants will have a runner in scoring position for Madison Bumgarner. Is Parker comes up with a 2-out double.
Well, this is a pitch that Parker could finally get extended on. Locke has not made many mistakes out over the plate to anybody, but here he does. Nice throw of the bat head, stays down through it nicely, finds a gap.
.84 pitches, and Locke is out of the game when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
You see outside at PNC Park, beautiful ballpark. Pirates are leading 1-0, and the new pitcher is Neftali Phillies.
Take a look at the numbers from Neftali Phillies. 31 games. He's been fantastic. 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA. And look at the strikeouts. 28, 25 innings with just 5 walks. 23 base runners in 25 innings. And how does he do it? Well, it's a mid to high 90s fastball. And more highs than mids. He's also got a slider, occasional changeup. He'll do enforcing that fastball. He's got good stuff. He's their 7th inning guy.
And he's facing Madison Bumgarner, who struck out twice. So Bumgarner's going to hunt a fastball on the first pitch. And he takes a called strike, and he immediately turns around and looks at C.B. Buckner.
Well, I mean, you just haven't seen this call a strike all night long. So, and Bumgarner, I mean, he's a good hitter. He knows the strike zone. He knows that's not a strike. It can frustrate you, especially when you're trailing in the game 1-0. You got a man in scoring position. You don't like giving up a strike.
Well, especially big difference between 0-1 and 1-0. One and one to Bumgarner. One and two.
Now you get short. Get into protect mode. And he's a good enough hitter to do that. That's about as good a slider as you could throw in a 1-2 pitch. Perez was walking off the mound. He thought it was strike 3. So that's a good pitch right there. I think Kratz is thinking, how could he take that?
On the ground to short. And Mercer will throw him out, and that'll end the inning. It remains 1-0. 1-0 lead for the Pirates. Bumgarner goes back out. Be facing Marte, Polanco, and Kratz. So here's Marte. And Marte with a bunt out in front of home plate. Posey jumps on it, throws, and they got him. So a nice play by Buster Posey.
A guy like Marte, who's got power in a 1-0 ball game, he bunts on you. And it's not a base hit. He's doing you a favor, number one, that he's bunting on you. And two, obviously, if you get the out. I just think better off trying to leave Earth.
Polanco's had the best at bats of anybody off of Bumgarner. He's singled and he's lined out to first. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, he's a middle away guy, and a lot of the stuff that you're going to see if you're hitting left-handed off of Bumgarner is stuff that's going to be moving away from you. Curveball, cutter, slider. I mean, all that movement on his fastball, the natural cut. It's going to run away from Polanco, and that's to his strength.
It's a lot like the numbers you see for Carlos Gonzalez against Bumgarner. Two balls and 1 strike.
And there's the offense right there. It was the home run off the bat of Kratz his first year. His first this year. That's the difference in the game. He's on deck.
No swing, 3-1.
Manny Gonzalez, third base umpire, saying no swing. See, I think they should ask the pitcher if he swung.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure you'll get an unbiased opinion.
Well, of course.
Driven to right and foul.
Well, he's seen it pretty good. That's 3 at bats where he's really squared it up. He's got 1 hit to show for it. Lined out to Brandon Bella's last at bat, and that thing right there got in the bleachers in a hurry.
So be the payoff pitch. Look out.
So 3-2. He really tries to overthrow that one a bit, perhaps. Flies that front shoulder, drags his arm. And he winds up almost hitting Polanco. Polanco snuck a little look at him when he was leaving the box. Did not linger too long with the gaze. Doubtful you're trying to hit a guy 3-2 in a 1-0 ball game.
Kratz is struck out and homered. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. On the ground, foul. This was the home run that right now is a difference in the game, and I don't think Kratz thought he hit it out.
He hit bent elbows all the way through it. Pagan really thought he should have had it. John Miller had the exit velocity off the bat at 91 miles an hour. So perhaps the wind
equals good enough.
May have aided it. Yeah, that's true. Good enough.
They got him picked off. Belt's got to hurry, and they got him. So Polanco picked off.
Tell you what the best part about this play is the throw from Brandon Belt. It had to be perfect, right on the button to Joe Panik, who puts the tag on. Try and create an angle, but you can see just how perfect this throw was, and it was not that far away from hitting Polanco.
What'd you see the route he took?
I mean, that's smart. He's trying to create a little wall there. He's running in on the grass.
They're going to take a look at it. Really nothing to lose. You're in the 7th inning. Plus, it'll give Bumgarner a chance to take a breather. This replay review is presented by Xfinity.
All right, he got it there plenty of time. But where did he touch him? He's out.
The best angle, not the best.
Well, if that's the only angle you get, that's not going to get overturned. This may be the look right here. I don't see it getting overturned. Although I can see why the Pirates are taking a look. I mean, it's a big play. That is a huge play. 1-run ball game. That's the difference between 1 out runner at second or 2 outs, nobody on.
So he's out. And you had a pretty good idea that he was out. Polanco was gone. He was in the dugout.
Yeah, he's up in the clubhouse eating a sandwich. That's a good indicator.
The count to Kratz is a ball and a strike. For the Giants in the 8th inning, they'll have Blanco to lead things off. Breaking ball, 1-2. Two and two.
Pretty good take right there. That's exactly where Bumgarner wanted to throw that pitch 1-2 down the dirt.
And a full count.
Well, that's an even better take right there. That's the one that is so hard to lay off when you're hitting off the right side from Bumgarner, because that thing looks like it comes all the way across the plate.
Three and two. Pulled on the ground, foul. Bumgarner trying to get in the dugout. Next pitch will be 99. On the ground, Pena on the backhand. And that'll end the inning. Nice play. Blanco to lead things off. Giants need a run to tie, 2 to take the lead. It's 1-0 Pirates. And Tuesday the 28th, the A's will join us for the annual Bay Bridge Series at AT&T Park. You can come out and watch the Giants take on their Bay Area rival. Both games start at 7:15. It'll be June. Tickets are going fast. That's the A's and Giants, June 27th, 28th. sfgiants.com/tickets. 1-0 Pirates. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
New pitcher now for Pittsburgh will be their 8th inning guy. This is not a situational lefty. He is the setup man. Tony Watson, the only lefty in their bullpen. 29th time he's come into a game, 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA. For Watson, you're going to see low to mid-90s with the fastball. He's got a low 3/4 release, kind of a little crossbody sling coming at you, which flattens out his breakable. So a hard slider and a changeup, and he'll throw everything at you.
Blanco bluffed the bunt. Blanco against Jeff Locke. It bounced out, and he had a fly ball to center field. 1-0 Pirates. This little pop-up is into shallow center field. 1 out. So here's Pagan. Giants have been held to 4 singles and a double. They've gotten their leadoff hitter on once in this game. That was in the second. And a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Joe Panik is on deck. On the ground to Mercer. And the Pirates shortstop throws him out. 2 outs. Giants Insider podcast is live on csnbayarea.com. Log on each week as Insider Alex Pavlovich talks baseball. This week his guest is Tim Lincecum. Check it out on csnbayarea.com. Also available on iTunes. Panik is 1 for 3. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Very easy delivery from Tony Watson.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
He's always had good stuff.
Well, and he's deceptive too. I mean, the low 3/4 release with a little crossover step like he has, that's very similar to what you see with Madison Bumgarner.
One and two. Off the line at third is Gong. Everybody else pretty much straight away. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Watson comes in and goes 1-2-3.
Four-game series. You're going to see it right here on CSN Bay Area. 4 o'clock pregame live at 3:30. Johnny Cueto going to be on the hill for the Giants. Plus, you get complete pre- and post-game coverage, and Giants insider Alex Pavlovich. All that and more at csnbayarea.com. The home of the authentic Giants fans is right here, CSN.
1-0 Pirates. Sean Rodriguez is pinch hitting for Watson. And he fouls the first pitch back and out of play. And the next pitch is high. Rodriguez fouls it back. 246 for Sean Rodriguez. 6 home runs. He's got 17 runs batted in. Plays all over the place. See him at first, sometimes at short. If you can play short, you can play just about any place on the diamond. In the dirt. I saw the other day that Cardinals have put Colton Wong into center field.
Well, hey, he's back in the big leagues after they told him to go down there and learn the position in the minor leagues. That was quite a jolt. He accepted the assignment. Now he's back in the big leagues.
So 3-2 to Rodriguez.
I mean, it's an awful lot to ask somebody to change positions in the middle of the season, but to do it at the big league level is really hard. So, if you're a good soldier, you go down and learn your position. Plus, you know, it adds to your marketability as you progress in your career. Have the ability to wear a couple of different hats. If you can play a position in the middle of the diamond, and you can play in the infield or the outfield, that's a true feather in your cap.
Got him. So Rodriguez goes down swinging. Can't believe it.
Strikeout number 8 for Bumgarner, and of those 8, 7 have been swing and miss strike threes.
Jordy Mercer, 2 for 3, hit a ball fairly deep left field that Pagan caught at the warning track. That's his only out. And here he takes a strike. Bumgarner over the 100 pitch mark. He's got 106.
He's still throwing good.
Bounce to Crawford. Crawford to Bell, 2 outs. And here's Josh Harrison. In the 9th inning, the Giants will have Bell, Posey, Crawford, Pena, and Parker coming up. And the first pitch swinging Harrison shoots it to the backstop.
Harrison, a good mistake hitter. Not a tall guy stature wise. He really covers the high part of the zone well, and mistakes above the strike zone.
Backdoor breaking ball, 0-2.
See the line for Madison Bumgarner, 7 2/3 strong, 7 hits allowed, couple walks, 8 strikeouts, 1 run allowed, but it has been the difference in this game.
Popped him up. It'll be Parker, and that'll do it for the Pirates here in the 8th. So we'll go to the 9th. Giants need a run to tie. It's 1-0 Pirates.
Now for our play of the game is brought to you by Honda. We go back to the 5th inning, and Eric Kratz hits his first home run of the season. And it almost gets caught by Angel Pagan. He could not hang on. It goes over the wall. And that, folks, is the difference in this ball game. An Eric Kratz solo home run, that makes him our Honda player of the game.
And it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair expert.
So it's Mark Melancon who comes into this ball game for the Pirates. 31st time that he has come in. 19 saves and 20 opportunities, a 1.65 ERA. He's a quality arm. You're going to see a lot of cutters and a curveball. He's got a fastball that, you know, it's a low 90s fastball. You just don't see it much. He just lives on the cut for the most part. Occasional curveball. The league hit 218 against them, so the Giants have their hands full. This is a quality closer.
Belt is 0 for 3. One for 6 in his career against Melancon. And it's outside for a ball, 1-0.
It looked like a straight fastball, maybe even a little two-seam movement. That was not a cutter.
Two and 0.
There's the pitch usage this year. 66% of the time you're going to see the cutter. Fastball is kind of a show pitch. Just 8% of the time in the curveball he will feature, especially against lefties.
Now let's see if Belt tries to lean on one here. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He did. He got a 2-0 fastball challenge. Melancon knows that left field is the big part of this yard. It looks like he's just standing in that outside corner. Said, if you're going to take me deep, you're going to have to go the opposite way to do it.
Soft line drive into right field, a base hit. So Belt digs one out and he's aboard, and that's the first time the Giants have had their leadoff hitter on since the 2nd inning.
Oh, that was a cutter. It did its job. It got in tight to Belt. That was right off the plate in. Gives you an idea how strong he is. Fight that one off. He just beat Melancon's best pitch.
0 for 3 tonight for Buster Posey. He does have 2 hits and 5 at bats against Melancon. Low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, when Posey's got a good swing going and he's got inside out pop, he can beat the cut. We saw him take a cutter off of the arm of Kenley Jansen at AT&T Park back in San Francisco. Took it all the way to the wall in right center, hit it about 400 feet.
Here?
Way out of here.
Into right field. Polanco is going to make the catch. This will be a double play. I have a feeling that Brandon Belt did not know where Polanco was playing. It's the only thing I can think of.
See the look on the face of Bruce Bochy, not happy. And really, Polanco went a long way to go get this, but he covers a lot of ground. And when he caught the ball, just an easy one-hop flip, Belt had none chance to get back.
Here's Crawford. Crawford is 1 for 3. And And he takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford on that cutter rolls it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford 0 for 6 in his career against Melanson. The Pirates now do put 3 defenders on the right side of the diamond. Crawford thought about it, tried to pull the bat back. It's 1 and 2.
You're right. You can see the process in his mind, thinking, all right, if they're going to give it to me, Melanson's falling off towards the first base line. Put myself on.
Hit out into right center field. And McCutchen will put it away, and that's the ball game. So the Giants dropped the first game on this road trip, and they dropped the first game in this 4-game series. And they do it because they just could not come up with any hits off of Jeff Locke.
Well, Jeff Locke really, outpitched Madison Bumgarner on a night when Madison Bumgarner threw a complete game and was fantastic. And you have to tip your cap. It's just a night when the Giants could not come up with that one big hit to get them going. In a ballpark that has been tough for them to win in over the years, it continues to be tough.
Yeah, they just could not put more than 1 runner on base in any of the innings. So anyway, final score: Pirates 1, Giants nothing. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live. That's going to start right now.